Hey guys.
Welcome back.
We were recording.
We good. What's up? What's going on?
We'll be sure to cut that out.
Yeah, y'all always embarrassing me.
No, we're leaving all that in.
We're back. It's Jazz.
It's Stream Bean.
HD's.
Pew, pew, pew.
I'm for HD.
That's right, baby. That's right.
I guess I'm going last. It's Barry B. Yeah.
AKA.
Cool B.
AKA.
Just Barry.
Just Barry. I got a whole bunch of nicknames. I can say another one, but I got my guests in the back. They want to say it. Nah, we're not doing that today.
We got guests in the building. Hey guys over there. No, nothing. Okay.
They said Barry said we can't talk, so I'm not saying nothing. Just to let y'all know who the authoritarian is in the relationship.
I'm not like that.
Y'all saw.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What they see?
Your friends tiptoeing in here like, Barry, is it okay?
It's called respect and love.
And you see them hands right there? You see how they clenching together?
Yep, that's what it is. Just like when your ass is about to leave the room.
And go sleep in the other bed?
He said, where the hell is you going? What
Man.
other bed you got?
Joe House, like I said.
So, if you caught that last joke, it's from last episode.
Insider.
So this is episode 3.
Episode 3.
And you guys are still listening, still sending in.
We
Still
appreciate
surprising
y'all.
us.
Yes.
Still sending those numbers through the roof.
Yo,
Yes.
keep it going.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Appreciate
We can't say
y'all.
that enough.
Word.
I'm still like amazed at, all
At the
love.
response, right?
Yeah, I really didn't think it was going to take off this fast. So shout out to y'all.
Yeah, I
Word.
literally was just telling somebody that today. Like, I didn't even think I knew we would get listens, but I didn't think we would get as many
And listens, feedback, love, engagement. Like
shit
y'all
is
are
crazy.
sending in questions.
Engagement without pulling teeth. Because my last podcast, we was literally pulling teeth and having to make shit up because people wasn't like doing what we asked. But y'all are doing it.
Y'all are
Yeah, they're doing
actually
a lot.
here.
We appreciate
because
it.
you want to be here.
Right.
Yeah, man.
So we gonna get into it.
Let's do it.
Got a lot of questions.
We got a lot of questions.
One
we got
of
a lot
them-
of good questions.
Yeah, got a lot of good questions.
Are we gonna be able to get through all of them?
We'll pick
We're going to
a
get
few.
through a few today.
And the first question, I think the most burning question, how do you move on or forgive your significant other when they've cheated on you?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
That's hard.
We haven't dealt with actual cheating. Have you guys dealt with cheating in your relationship?
No, I think that we've never dealt with cheating, but I definitely think that we dealt with a lot of growing and taking each other seriously.
Yes.
If I could sum it up,
Yes.
it's like, I love you, I like you, and I want to be with you, but I'm still really young. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but not necessarily like, oh, you just out here cheating on me.
Right.
Well,
I
I think we should define what cheating really is.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I think that's fair.
I got a definition for you.
Y'all got to see
What is
that
it?
shit
I got
face.
all right. Cheating is
Cheating
man.
is okay.
going out,
Or woman.
find a little bit of happiness outside of you, so your feelings don't get.
Wait.
Yo, it's
What?
I'm,
I need you to redo this.
no. I'm serious.
Guys, Barry always comes
What's so,
With the left, like where
he
did this come
comes
from?
out of
No.
nowhere.
I'm telling you that it happens all the time, just like
So
that.
what's the layman's terms definition
terms-
of cheating? Like what we think is
First
cheating.
of all, he
What-
just jumped right in and hit us with the BS.
Right.
I'm
We're
not
like,
even.
what the fuck? No.
all
We
right.
2 minutes into the show.
All right. Then
and
my
you
all
already
right. Then my
acting up.
definition is crazy. All right. HD.
I
The
think
definition.
cheating is doing something that your significant other wouldn't approve of.
That's
Hello.
it. That's why you my
Hello.
husband.
Hello.
Because you know what it is.
Is that what you define going out and finding happiness?
It's the same
Cheating,
thing. But y'all don't approve it.
point
If the
blank
happiness is not
period.
with y'all, that y'all don't approve. It's the same thing.
Well, but that's broad. Like that's almost saying like I would be like, oh, you're happy that you're hanging out with your friends and not me. That's cheating.
It just sound. All right. It
So
sounds.
make it more
It sounded a little work. Listen, I can't just water it. I said it.
not water it down. Make it more like specific.
Yeah. Make it very
Like-
specific. Cheating is anything that your significant other would not respect or want you to do without their knowledge.
Like, I feel like
Period.
cheating is if you wouldn't do it with your significant
You're not
other
doing it in
knowing
front of me?
about it, then that's
Thank
cheating.
you. That's cheating.
I thought I said the same thing.
No.
You said
no.
going out and finding happiness without them. That's what you said.
Yeah, because y'all don't know about it. So that's
But it's
what
not
we doing behind
necessarily
you.
happiness.
Yeah.
A lot of people who cheat aren't enjoying it.
Well,
I don't think that they're enjoying
What?
it. No, a lot of people cheat out of repetitiveness. A lot of people cheat out of history. A lot of people cheat. It's not because you necessarily like enjoying it. Like sometimes you don't want to be there, but you just caught up in a situation.
It's the
Well,
flesh.
I was gonna say I wouldn't say that.
Yeah,
I would just
yeah.
say
They-
not
they
necessarily.
enjoying that.
I was just say not just finding happiness. Like what you're saying is literally opening it up for anything. Like if by your definition anything could be cheating. Like what I said.
Well, that's not what I meant. I'm not talking about going out there and finding emotion or getting intimate. You know what I'm saying? We're just talking about straight doing whatever your sexual desires are outside of the person that you with.
That's what I meant.
That's what I
meant.
mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
If you want me to break it down to that, that's
Yeah,
exactly what I
that's
mean.
what we were
that's
saying.
what I think the definition is, and I feel that's exactly what HD was talking. Because y'all don't approve of that.
Right.
Y'all just want one dick from one partner. If a guy gets another pussy outside the other pussy. You know what I'm saying? That's not good.
So that's a better definition versus
So-
saying
Okay.
happiness.
Once
All right.
you explain
That's why we was all like,
Oh,
"What the?"
so it sounds better.
It
Once
just makes
you
sense.
So you
explain
accept it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's
that's
cheating.
cool.
It's cheating not
your Robitussin for your
only
medicine.
sexual desire.
That's what I was pointing at when I said that it's not necessarily something that you always enjoy. Because in my book, the way I do things, cheating doesn't have to be a sexual thing. It
Right.
could be anything outside of that. Like it could be monetary. Like you
Monetary
stepping
meaning?
outside of our household, doing things with the with your money that you shouldn't be, and I don't know about it. And like it's like all of these things that can factor into cheating to me. It's not necessarily like being with a person, like having sexual intercourse.
I just think that's what that question meant as far as sexually. I don't think they're talking about emotional cheating. I think for me, most time when women talk about cheating, it's a nigga stepping out on them with another girl. And that's
Having a
that's
whole
the first thing y'all think of.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. That's the first thing y'all think of. On this tree, on this granite.
Yeah, I get what you're
cheating could
saying.
be a couple other things, but I feel that question from our listener was talking about sexual. That, for me, that's what I think, and that's what I would assume women would actually think when you think about cheating. Because oh, girl, cheating. Oh, that nigga
right.
officially
Right.
did some foul shit.
So
But how do you move on from that?
yeah,
Ah,
'Cause
man.
we ain't never- I've never dealt with that.
From a guy's
Yeah.
point of view, well, because we gotta remember, like our pride is a real gentle thing. Once one steps out on us, she's pretty much done. Like,
Why is that?
You want to know
though?
why?
Like,
'Cause-
no. I do not like.
it's a double standard.
It's a double standard. Y'all can be the biggest hoes on the face of the earth,
Because-
but the minute that a girl
You wanna know
steps
why?
out and does anything, she is like scratched off the list. You can't. It'll never be the same.
I mean, because you got to think about it. Like when a girl invites somebody to sleep with them, that means they actually like the person. Like
what?
when they actually listen. So when they actually like the person, like for example, you only deal with one person, one man at a time. So when you step out and like somebody else, that means there's something not right at home. So
But
that
not
means,
all females are like that.
yeah, but the majority of females are like that. The majority of females, they say women cheat better than men, but that's just because they're smarter than men, honestly. But I think it's really because they inviting somebody into. Like, think about it logically. You have a vagina, right?
Right.
And to have somebody stick their penis in your vagina, you have to really take a liking to them.
Stick the P in the vagina.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, not unless you like a prostitute or something, you know what I'm saying? But
I mean, I understand what you're saying. Like, I do think that women are emotionally driven. So when women cheat, it's not because they just want to have sex with somebody. It's because something's not like right.
something's not right at home.
So I understand that, but I also know that some women just don't want to be tied down, and they are just as interested as y'all are, in whatever fling is around at the moment. Like, I know a lot of females like that. But it's still a double standard that's not fair,
Mm-hmm.
that these women are just crossed off the list, and it'll never be the same, but y'all expect to keep coming back home.
Right.
It's not.
Why is
it's
that?
a double standard.
It's because
Why
you
are
you
men-
are.
And I think it's just human nature. Like, men just take that on as, oh, that's what men do, and
That's
No,
bullshit.
no, let's keep it on nature, Trina.
Yeah.
Because it's nature.
But it's not right.
It's nature for women too. Because you don't want more than one dick. You just want one dick attached to the man that you love. A man, we are the fucker. You guys are the fuck-e.
What?
The fucker and the fucky.
Absolutely not.
You are the fuck-e. You get penetrated. That's why.
That's-
I know it's. Listen, I know it sounds. Look.
Hey, some of these men
Sexist.
get
I know,
fucked out of
That's
here.
what
yeah, I know. Fine, I'll take those arrows.
very
I'll be
sexist.
Kanye. That's cool. But I think this is love unfiltered, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna let it out. This ain't no strainer. I'm just pouring it out.
Aw, hell.
You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. I'm not trying to. I don't want to say ruffle any feathers, but look, I'm gonna just be honest, and who people agree with, if they don't, they don't. But this is just what I believe to be the truth. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm gonna go out there and say men don't cheat unless they're cheated on first.
That's
What?
a fucking lie.
I'm telling you.
No.
I'm telling you.
I take all that back.
Because think about it. I mean,
I take that back for you, because you did not just say that.
no. Men
In certain
don't.
What are you
situations, out of spite.
saying?
Because all right, think.
So
I take me for example, right? Mm-hmm. Now this is going way back before me and Trina got together.
I was about to say,
right?
don't
Bring it back.
again, don't embarrass me
Bring it back.
on this show.
Bring it back.
So,
Still gotta go home with me.
Bring it back.
I dated a girl that I really, really, really cared about. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? She broke my heart and she cheated on me. Mm-hmm. That turned me into an animal, to a beast. Like, I felt like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I have my main chick.
Yeah.
But I can fuck other girls. You know what I'm saying? I can have side chicks.
She hurt you.
Because she hurt me. I think that stems from hurt.
There you
You
go.
know what I'm
But
saying?
that's in your case.
But it could be
but
most
every-
guys' case because once you lose that respect, you know what I mean?
That one
Yeah, you're
time
not giving
now.
girls the respect
Okay.
now.
I'm saying,
So
like-
you
you're
look
saying
at them as a
continue
certain
on.
thing. You look at them as an object. Now you know what? It's over because this one, body
Broke
me.
your heart.
I'm gonna just treat y'all like this now. This is what it is, and I believe that to be true.
But
in
on the
in
flip
some
side of
cases.
that, and I'll share my experience. Don't look at me like that.
Don't
But I'll
embarrass
share-
him.
I can, I'll talk about my ex-boyfriend, my first boyfriend, right after high school. He cheated on me with every type of female you could ever. I mean, I'm pretty sure he slept with a midget,
Oh,
a white girl, a midget,
Damn.
a BBW.
got an
it was
even
no
better
type. He was just, and shout out to him. I hope he listening.
he
Hey.
ain't got no tight.
But what I can say is he literally taught me everything that I needed to know, for future relationships on what I didn't want, right?
Right.
It was a learning lesson on what you call a quote unquote fuckboy. So, but his situation was nothing like yours. It wasn't a matter of, oh, he got hurt, his first love messed him up. No, he was just young and dumb and what y'all say, full of cum.
How you know that though?
No, because I know him and I knew the type of people that he were around, and he was just a young, and he told me this because, we talked about it. We didn't end on bad terms, but he told me you were a great girl, but I was just too young and I was not ready for that type of commitment.
Right.
So I think every story is different and everything stems from different experiences. I really think that he was just a young kid in college, in a college town with a lot of different females around him all the time, and he wasn't ready for commitment.
Or it could have been he might probably been following an older man who taught him the game and say, "Oh yeah, you gotta have a side
potentially
chick."
that too, because he was
And-
around a lot of influence like that. He was around a lot of older dudes who kind of set the game up for him to think that this is what you should be doing at this age. Because I think I was like fresh out of high school. So what is that, 18, 19? So, he was a year older than me. So we were both really young, and he was around those influences that kept him around that activity. So all of that to say, everybody's not just hurt. Some people really just want to be out here and, live that lifestyle.
Yeah.
So,
But how do you come back from that?
Yeah,
Like,
so
how do you move on?
I personally have never been the one to forgive somebody for cheating. All the relationships in which I said before, like, I don't count anybody before Barry as like a real relationship, but I dated this boy in high school, like my 10th and 11th grade year, on and off, because he kept cheating on me and I kept finding out. We went to 2 completely different schools, barely even saw each other, but he kept cheating on me. I kept finding out. And then we kept getting back together. Like, I don't even know why we was getting back together. I think it was just for me to be like, oh, I got a boyfriend. Like, I never saw him. Back then, I used to have a rule where I was like, I'm not going to kiss you unless we've been dating for a month. Like, you can't hug me. Like, I was weird.
Yeah.
But, like, the very last time where I broke up with him and we didn't get back together, he had my mom drive him to the girl's house that he was cheating on me with.
Wow.
Called me at like 1 o'clock in the morning. My phone had died. So I woke up the next day to a voicemail on the phone. He had called me from a payphone. He got caught fucking in the girl's house by the grandma.
Whoa.
Had called me
My grandma.
at
Granny
1
was
o'clock
watching.
at 1 o'clock in the morning for my mama to come back and pick him up. Like, what? So that was
So
like
he needed you.
yeah, right. That was like the biggest like disrespectful thing.
Oh, the irony.
So we didn't get back together. After that, like anytime like I even like smelled the hint of you might be cheating, I was just like, oh, it's over. I told y'all before too, like I've always broken up with people. I've never been broken up with but like one time.
Well, your fallback game is strong.
Listen, so strong. Like I be off it. Like
The force is strong with this one.
wait, well I was about to say I was off this like something.
Shout out to City.
But no, like my fallback game is really, 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 really strong.
But I think it matters how much you have invested in your relationship.
I was gonna say that. I was about to say that. So, I was gonna say, for the longest, I've always been like, if Barry cheated on me, like I would leave. Blah blah blah. I don't care. But I feel like now.
That was what I was going to get to next. Like, we're grown.
We're grown.
We've grown with
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
And it's much more than just like boyfriend and girlfriend. That kind of brings me to my next point. Like, with this question of how to move on or forgive your significant other if they cheated or, you know, after they cheated, I think it just depends on the situation. Like,
Definitely.
Yeah.
in what context, you know, or what capacity did this person cheat? And I'm not saying
Good,
that,
yeah.
you know, like it's wrong or it's not wrong and you should give them a pass or you should give her a pass. But I think that it's so much more to life than, you know, just cheating. Like, what else is on the table? Like, what else is you have a whole world with this person.
Right.
And one thing I can remember, like when HD and I took premarital counseling, everyone should take premarital counseling if you're getting married.
Word
It's
up.
like the best.
Is it free?
No, it's not free, but it's a great. It's
But
counseling.
it's worth the
therapy.
investment, though.
Very
It's-
safe.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
I know that sounds, you know what I'm saying, but
Maybe.
sometimes I can be a little cheap. I ain't gonna lie.
No, maybe. You know, it depending on where you find your resources.
Gotcha.
But you know, it's definitely worth. It's therapy, so it's worth the investment. But one of the things that I remember they told us we should constantly think about is like, what can you tolerate? Like,
Right.
How far can you go for this love? Like, what's going to make you walk away? And so
Right.
when I was like, you know, thinking and meditating with myself, I'm like, you know, I could get over a lot of stuff, but what would make me say,
I couldn't. If Barry had a baby on me, I would have to leave. That's my leave. And we joke about it all the time. Like,
How old's the kid?
I think, like legit, if the kid is anywhere between like 9.5
I think
and under,
I can make it past that. I think. That's not giving you a pass to go do anything. Because
Right.
I will kill you, and you might go home with no more penis on you, like
Right.
nothing else attached.
Right.
Like
She cutting dicks
you
off?
would hate
That's why I'm faithful.
You would hate like you. If we gonna stick together, you gonna be miserable. Cause
So the only reason why that's my stopping point is because like of how Barry feels about having children.
right,
Like if he didn't feel
that
so
makes
sense.
strongly about
Right.
having children or not having children,
and that's
then
the
it would be
dynamic of y'all's
of our relationship.
Yeah.
So that's my like whatever I could do with. Granted, it'll be hell to live through. He would probably end up leaving me in the makeup of after he cheated on me, because I would
Right.
like even with our little arguments and me thinking like, oh, why this girl wrote you on Facebook or why she commented on this, and like, listen,
Yeah.
I used to be like really crazy, like
No, I'm
like really crazy,
Super crazy.
like
I was crazy like that too. I actually went as far, and I hope Trisha's listening to this.
Oh
Hey,
my
Trisha.
gosh.
I'm
Oh
actually
my
going to
gosh.
tag her in this episode
Oh shit.
because, and I apologize to her years later.
My bad, Trisha.
I was a crazy, I was young and I was really, really in love, and he was 16 hours away from me. So any other female, anything that came around him, I was just kind of like on pins and needles.
Who the fuck
about.
is this bitch?
Yeah, and so HD had some friends from college and some friends that he grew up with, and one of the girls was her name was Trisha. And HD decided to tell me that they used to, maybe she liked him, or maybe maybe they were talking, or I don't know. I don't even remember the situation. But I decided to like DM this girl and be like, hey, I see you. Just know that
I will catch a flight from Alabama
yes,
and
like,
whoop your
on
ass.
his credit card
On
and I
site.
will show up. And I
Sounds
feel
like a real
hard,
good
like
story.
just crazy. Like I was like batshit crazy.
But out of nowhere,
Out of nowhere. Like she didn't do anything. I just wanted to mark my territory. You know what I'm saying? And so now it's like, looking back at it, I think I actually apologized to her a couple of years ago. And I was like, I have no clue like who that person was and why I was like that. Like
Right.
I genuinely felt bad because it didn't even require all that. So, I mean, I say all that to say I definitely think I can get past a lot of stuff, including the baby. I think it's a lot of stuff that I can make it past. But I think that for this question, you just really have to decide on your life.
yeah.
Like, do you have kids? Do y'all have kids together? Like, what's your financial situation? Like,
Right.
what, and that's not saying that you
Don't
should
stay for
stick around.
finances.
Yeah, don't stay for finances, but you should consider all of these elements before you just in your feelings. What did you do? It's not always you. I mean,
Right.
it's not always him. Like,
Right.
where is this situation lacking?
yeah, I appreciate
Are
that,
you
Trina.
satisfying him?
There we go.
And that's some
There
real
we
shit.
go.
Like,
Give me
you
the high
can't be
five.
mad.
There we go.
You can't be mad when he cheating,
And
but you ain't fucking him
Right.
for 2 weeks at a time.
Yeah,
Right.
You ain't,
Like-
you ain't sucking no dick. You ain't doing no.
Well, I'm saying all that to
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
what's the problem here? Like, let's
Right.
get to the real root of the problem.
Right.
Because I actually know people like who have lived through this situation
Me too.
very early on in a relationship, and it's always like it's a mutual problem. It's not one-sided just because he felt like cheating or just because she felt like cheating.
I also think that when it comes to cheating, especially mainly for women, when women cheat, it's an emotional thing.
Absolutely.
It's a disconnect somewhere. When men cheat, they just wrong place, wrong time,
It's
heat of
pure
the moment.
physical.
More physical. It was just a straight fuck. You know what I mean? So I think that's what a disconnect is. Because once a woman feels that much disconnect from you, you in a shit world of trouble. Because she's willing to step out on you. That shit's already done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because she could continue to play that game with you and act like shit is all good, but she done sucked this nigga's dick in the Tahoe and came home
Wait.
and cooked you some dinner.
You just painted a whole picture.
But see, and that's I think that's the
Nigga
double
dick
standard,
suck.
because that's where I have a hard time forgiving. Like, you sucked his dick?
Yo. Yo.
The way that you
Like-
suck my dick.
You sucked his dick?
Yeah.
And you coming home to me?
Yeah.
Probably like
Trying to fix some dinner. Like, how was your day, honey?
I
Did she brush her
That's
teeth
a
when she came in the
hard
house?
pill
Nigga.
to swallow. That is a hard pill to swallow.
That's crazy.
And as a man, it hurt you because you looking at yourself like, damn. Because honestly, anytime we have issues in a relationship, I blame myself. That's on me.
Yeah.
Because I have a responsibility to protect this relationship. protect her from herself and her emotions. You know what I'm saying? Protect myself from her emotions and try to keep everything, intact.
Yeah.
So anything when any type of shortcomings, like I look at it like this, like a cup. If her cup is half full, I better be coming
You
around like a
gotta
waiter
pour.
and keep putting
Right.
you want some more water.
Right.
Exactly.
Because the moment she's like, damn, this nigga, he ain't getting no tip. I gotta talk to the manager. She gonna fuck the manager gonna get the tip. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure I get, you know what I'm saying? I fill up this cup and make sure she got her condiments and her silverware. Because if you don't, that's on you. You know what I mean? So,
But I also feel like women lack in that area. Like, I feel like, a lot of times life is happening. You got kids. Your financial situation might be a little iffy. Somebody lost their job. And then it's just like you get caught up in life that you forget that you have to support your significant other in every aspect,
Right.
like
Yeah.
emotionally, physically. Like, it's so many different ways that you have to support that person. And you can't be dumbfounded when they step outside of your relationship for whatever they need. Like, it might not always be, sex. It might be emotional.
Just companionship.
Exactly. It might be emotional attachments. Like, I just want somebody to talk to me today who don't have a fucked up attitude.
Or somebody
because
to say,
every
"How
time
was
I
your
talk
day?"
to you,
You just
you
prejudging
just
me
nagging
and-
me.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. So it's like all of these different elements that people don't even realize. And that's why I was saying earlier, you can absolutely cheat without having sexual intercourse with somebody.
Yeah.
Just off of companionship or just off of spending you done got you a whole work boyfriend. And, let's be
Word.
real.
That
Like,
work boyfriend
Yeah.
turn into your real
you
boyfriend.
done got a whole work boyfriend and you think that it's okay because at 9:00, at 5:00 when you go home, y'all don't talk no more, but you're emotionally attaching yourself to that person. And that's cheating.
Them skirts getting tighter.
Yeah,
You starting to
like
smell good.
you
Nigga.
actually want to get up and get cute for work every single day for
start
a whole
comparing him to the
different
nigga that you
person.
with.
Word.
Right? Like, and that's the issue. So, but how do you move past that? I think that you just really have to
Pray.
evaluate your situation
Yeah.
and really, and you can come back from cheating if y'all both decide to
Put in that work.
put in that work. Just like marriage, you got to put in that work.
I think coming back to it, you have to go in it with 100% honesty.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like brutal honesty, because obviously you've crossed the line already. So you might as well just let it all hang out at this point.
Yeah.
So like any and everything that you don't like or whatever made you step out, like you have to share that so that y'all
Absolutely.
can know where to start and where to work on it. And if it's even something that you can work on, because it could be that the person stepped out for something that innately that's who you are and you're never going to change that. So then should we even work on this? Like, because obviously you just don't like me as a person.
Right.
So I
Or
think
you liked me, but now you want to change me.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. And I also think that, you have to be able to move on. Like, you can't,
That's the
like,
key.
you can't just be throwing
That's
this
the
in
key.
my face.
There you go.
Every time I come
You're
around
not gonna
the
be no
corner.
pound of flesh.
Holding
You know
it
what I'm
right.
saying?
Hold on.
That you're just gonna
Yeah.
keep
I'm
beating this.
feeling the tension.
We're not doing
at the
that.
table.
You know what I mean? No, just something I
kidding.
bring to Jasmine. I just tell her that that's really important because a lot of
Yeah.
women do that. Like you can't look. Dudes not. What will happen is a dude will stay in a relationship after he does some dirt, and she would hold on to him just to beat him down. Like that's her. Now he's living an apology for the
Now
rest of
you
his
a
life.
punching bag.
That's not fair. Let the
Yeah.
nigga go. If you're gonna hold on to this, let him loose and let him
Right.
do his thing and let him figure this shit out because that's not a way to live. You know what I mean?
And
So-
I feel like that in arguing too. Like, once you get past it, and this goes back to last episode if y'all listen to it, but once you get past it, you actually have to move on. You
Yeah.
can't just keep talking about that he forgot this or that she didn't do this or y'all consciously have to move on to the next thing, especially when it's cheating involved. Like, there is no way to be with somebody after cheating and still reminisce on the old things that he or she put you through, because you just gonna keep circling around those same emotions and y'all will never grow from it.
There's no
Right.
progression either.
So
Oh.
I like what you touched on too about making sure, like figuring out why they cheated, or
Right.
keeping things the same, like how it was when the relationship first started.
Right.
Right. And moving on from cheating.
Okay.
that's important so that you don't end up with cheating, right?
Right.
Especially like when you're in a long-term relationship. How do you keep things spicy?
Ooh.
Toys, open-mindedness, role play,
Trina's so red right now.
My nigga.
sexy outfits. But you know, this, I think this it kind of stems from the episode that we had before, talking about communication.
Right.
You have to express like what you like, you know. And I ain't gonna put you out there.
I already know what you're about to say.
That sounds like a story.
So
Trina told us about a pillow. She was like, I love that fucking pillow.
That sounds like a story.
I already know what he's about to say. Go
What
for
are you
it.
going to say?
So, you know, we've been doing a long distance relationship for like what, 5-6 years?
No, we were only long distance for 4 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So naturally, as men, we like to see nudes, right?
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? I like to
Let
see.
me find out you got some Amber Rose nudes.
So there was one point where, you know, me and
Mom,
Trina,
don't listen. Turn it off. Turn it off, Mom.
when me and Trina was arguing, because I was like, how come you don't like to send me nudes?
That's a fair question.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not around you all the time, and I want to see you.
I sent him sexy pictures, first of all.
He said nudes.
I said nudes.
He
needs to see
wanted
the ass
all
and
of the
the
goods.
titties.
I wanted the
and you know I'm an
raunchiness.
influencer. I can't be out here.
In case this shit don't work out.
That's
this
your
nigga
mans,
got
though.
pictures.
No, that
Exactly.
was my man, but you know, I mean,
Please me and be happy that you pleasing me. That's what I really wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I always pleased you in person.
He wanted the nudes.
yeah, but sometimes I wasn't always around.
I know.
We
I'm
was
gonna
on-
let you finish the story. Go for it. Go.
We was
go.
long distance, so you know, it got to a point where I was like, I had to tell her, like, you know, what's up with you not sending me nudes?
He
Like,
did. He checked me.
I was like, you know, you should be happy to send me nudes. You should be happy to please your man, to make sure that I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a million women out here that send nudes for free. I ain't even gotta take them bitches out. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you not sending me nudes?
Why you looked at her like it was like today?
I'm thinking the same. Like, damn,
Send me
where's the
nudes
nudes?
right now, Trina.
Let me just tell y'all, Daddy
I'm looking at
get all
Trina
the
like,
nudes today.
Trina, where are the
You
nudes?
put the ring on the finger.
For my
Daddy get
mans.
all the nudes.
But, you know, we came to a common ground, and she was just like, you know, honestly, at the time she was going through something. She was trying to find her path in life. You know what I'm saying? So she wasn't really thinking about.
I think my grandma had just
Yeah.
died.
Oh.
Yeah.
So she wasn't thinking
No,
about
my aunt had just died.
sex all the time.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So I also had to humble myself. Like, damn, am I really out here just thinking about sex?
Where the titties? Where the titties?
Is she out here really struggling, thinking about like life situations, and I'm just like, where my nudes at? You know what I'm saying?
But where are they?
Everywhere the nudes, though.
Really?
You know, but we came to a common ground. We came to understanding, you know what I'm saying? And we just basically got through it. Like, eventually she started being more, you know, raunchy in her picture sending.
Dope.
And then,
Not raunchy.
She started
Dope.
sending
yeah,
it.
yeah. And it went from there. We progressed.
That's what's up.
And I also think, you know, to piggyback off of, you know, keeping things spicy and stuff like that. I think that it's definitely about communication, but I think as women, like, we have to be open-minded to sexual things. And a lot of women already are, but, you know, we just have to keep in mind the things that he likes and vice versa. Like, he should know my body. Like, he should know what gets me there, what starts me, and all those things. And I feel like we just have to really act intentionally with sexual desires, just like we do in every other aspect of our relationship. Because I feel like so many people just keep it really traditional, and they just look at it like, okay, I'm gonna lay on my back. Come on, you can get it. It's Tuesday. The kids went to sleep at 8.
That don't sound good.
Exactly. And I think that we just get into this space where things just become like clockwork. Like it's like a routine just
Yeah.
because everybody lives a busy life and things happen. You got kids, you got work in the morning and all of those things. So I feel like we just have to really be intentional with sexual desires, just like you're intentional about paying your bills on time and you're intentional about making sure y'all get that date night in, like all of those other things, but you neglect the bedroom. I feel like you have to be intentional with that. Like I remember, and I'm gonna give another example.
Do it.
When I was crazy.
No. This isn't so crazy, but this is actually recently. I sleep in nightgowns. Like I love
Like granny gowns?
No, not granny gowns.
There wasn't one granny gown.
No, it's not.
I told
So
her
I
to get rid of that shit immediately.
HD,
Burn it.
stop it.
Burn it.
So I love nightgowns, and part of it is because I get really hot in my sleep,
Right.
and so it's like I don't want to be in like shorts and a shirt. I just like to be in like whatever is like minimal.
Light.
Exactly, in case I need to throw it off in the middle of the night, whatever. And so there's this one nightgown that I have had since he and I first started dating. And it was sentimental to me. Like, I've had it since 2010. I actually bought it on our first trip to Poconos.
That shit was raggedy.
Oh.
It was
I was getting
raggedy,
to get
but
there.
I loved it. And so, after, and I feel like HD pretty much wants me in anything. Like, I could be in a t-shirt. I could have on a preacher's collar and he would like snatch my clothes off.
Don't need nothing special.
But he specifically said to me a couple of months ago, he was like, "How old is that thing?" He was like, "Do you think that thing is sexy?" And I was like, "I think it's cute. Like, what do you mean?" And he was like, I don't think that's sexy." And I feel like a lot of times, a lot of females would have got offended. They would have been like, "This is what I'm wearing to bed. Leave me alone." But I really cared about how he felt about the way I slept, like what I slept in.
Cool.
Because I want him to want me
Right.
all the time. And so that just means that I'm not just going to go to bed looking any kind of way. Like, I'm going to take that extra step to make sure I feel my best so that I can be my best for him.
Yeah. I don't think we're like completely the opposite. Like,
Are we?
It don't matter. I could be sick with a
Nigga.
fever.
Oh, me too. Snot
Like,
running down
snot
your
running down my
nose. Oh, yeah,
nose.
for sure.
I could have on sweatpants,
Man.
2 pairs
I
of
could be
underwear.
gassy.
Like, I could be gassy.
Listen.
Oh my God. And that's the worst, right? Like, you just let go a bomb, but here they come.
Listen.
Like, I'm ready.
Still got morning wood.
Put the gas mask on.
Yep,
Listen.
that's
And
it.
get to town.
Don't
I don't care
Don't
nothing
care.
about if the stuff match. You know what I'm saying? Can have
Yeah.
a hole in it.
And
Look,
I don't
man.
think that y'all are supposed
Let's
to care.
do it.
I feel like stuff like that is really for us.
Yeah.
Like, I feel
That's
like
true.
it makes
To
us
make y'all
confident.
feel confident, feel pretty.
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
we savages. You know what I'm saying?
But
Look,
he loves it. Like, if I do it, it's like amazing.
yeah, look, eye candy.
right?
But guess what? HD still a gorilla. He gonna rip that off.
Yeah, yeah,
And you know what I'm saying? It's cute. It's cute to look at. But no, rip that off right now and let's get to what we gotta get to.
Yeah.
You know?
I think more importantly, what y'all were speaking to, or I don't even know if any of y'all said it, but it was just like having sex with your partner.
Right.
Like, I'm a firm believer of never saying no.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't think I've ever said no. I don't
I
think so.
agree.
Unless I was mad
And
at
don't
you.
take that the wrong way. Don't take that
this.
the wrong way.
Yeah.
We're not talking to the Me Too movement. We're
Yeah,
talking
no.
to people in relationships.
We're saying don't say no to having sex
deprive
with
your man.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. Damn it, this world is so fucked up.
It's
Like, why do we have
Like, why do we
Let's
have
not
that? Explain
complete
this.
this.
I'm just gonna stop.
I don't want to say
Crazy.
something
Have sex
crazy.
with your partner.
Please. Don't deny your partner
Yeah.
some pussy or some dick. Like, do what you got to
The
do.
reality is you have to, if you're in a relationship, a serious relationship, might I add,
Right.
you have to satisfy that person. And you have to make sure that their needs are met.
Right.
And especially in the bedroom.
Clean that up for me. Thank you.
There you go.
Because I was like, wait,
Yeah,
this is not
and I
sounding
believe
right.
the same
It's good,
way.
Jazz. I'm rubbing off
I've
on you.
always felt like, I would never, deny HD, especially now that we married. That's just Bible,
Right.
period. Like, he gonna always get these draws.
That's
My
mine.
man.
That's mine.
Anytime. But, like, I think that it's just one of those things where if you don't do it, somebody
You gonna
else
find
will.
it somewhere else.
Yeah, he's definitely, because he got needs. He's a man.
Which ties back into cheating. But also, though, because we were talking about like keeping it spicy. I don't think spicy necessarily has to mean sex, because we don't have like a no good, like, you know, like we don't have sex problems. We just need to go out dating more. So it could just be you have great sex, but you never go out to places or something. Like, so whatever it is that you lack is what you need to focus on doing more of.
Good point.
So like if
That's a really good point.
traveling, going one-on-one time, sleeping in late, giving each other massages, like just intimacy, whatever. Like, it doesn't necessarily always have to be sex, but whatever it is that's lacking in the relationship, from either side, work on those things. Because I think sex is easy, one of the easier things to fix or make a part of your relationship.
And sex is all mental to me.
Exactly.
It's all mental. So I feel like if you worked on just developing your relationship more, getting to know your partner more, like I said, learning that person's body or learning what that person likes and don't likes, or, you know, trying new things, whether it's a new date night, whether it's like wine tasting. I just feel like you have to do things to keep it spicy and keep it, you know, like, interesting.
Right.
You can't be boring.
Right.
Especially when you're in a like long-term relationship. Like HD and I have been together for 8 years. Y'all have been together for 10 years. We can do the same thing every single week.
Right.
But what are we going to do to keep growing together?
Exactly.
In every aspect of our relationship.
Right.
And so you just keep giving me these
Let's do it.
transitions. In working on what our partners like and making our sex lives better, we got a question. It says, I love to perform oral sex on my partner, but he doesn't always like to reciprocate. Should I stop?
Wait. Can you read that one more time for the people in the back?
She said she liked to suck her man dick,
Wow.
but he don't like to eat her out.
She might be talking about licking the gooch, all
All the
that.
time.
No.
So, should she stop?
First of all, sister, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. I feel really, really bad for you.
Yeah.
Should she stop?
I don't know.
Is he Jamaican? Because some Jamaican niggas don't eat pussy.
Very.
But you the Jamaican that does.
I'm half Dominican, though. I'm a pussy eater.
I'm a pussy
Like, this
connoisseur.
is competitive. I make sure I do what I gotta do.
Say the gift and the curse.
That means I work extra hard and I'm good at it.
Oh my God.
Too soon?
Nah, that was actually right on time.
That was on time. I don't know.
Okay, I'll say, I'm not gonna say you should stop. I think that you should have a very serious conversation with him and let him know what you like and what you expect. And that's the problem. I feel like a lot of people don't have these serious conversations. Like HD can tell you, like, I do a goddamn poll after we have sex. I'm like, did you, on a scale of 1 to 10,
Did you like that new move I tried? How did you like when I gripped it? You like when I grip it coming up and then let it loose going down? Like,
You should have given him a menu.
It's just like that. It's just like that. It's just
Do you
like
want a
that.
2 for $5
Right.
this time, brother?
Should I grip
And
it tighter?
I just came my life away, and she trying to have this conversation, and I was like, "Yo,
I'm barely here.
yo, listen,
You know,
yo,
did
for real.
great.
Y'all fall asleep so fast.
you want to know why?
Like-
you done took some life force
yeah,
out of us.
I
You know what I'm
do
saying?
fall asleep so
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah, but like it's like immediately.
Yeah, it
like
is
I'm like, bruh,
immediately.
like
You
you trying to
understand.
do a poll,
Like,
and he's
you
probably
not gonna
already
go to the
asleep.
bathroom? You don't want to go to the bathroom?
Nah.
No, but I seriously, like, I do a poll at the end, and I'm like, hey, did you like that? Like,
I can see you doing that. That's what's so funny.
Because I really want to know what he likes. Like, I'm like, you like that
You're
move?
like, is this a test?
How was my head? Like,
And so you know what I started doing, right? During, I started, yeah, I like that. Just like that.
So she don't have to.
Yeah, right.
Just to let her know that's on the menu for next time.
Exactly.
but I feel like those, like, maybe not in that moment, but I feel like those conversations have to be had. Like, I feel like we so scared to talk about
sex
things that happen. Like, we grown, y'all. You should be able to confront your partner and be like, why you ain't give me no head?
Yo,
like,
they should be able to ask them straight up. Like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with my pussy or something? Like, you don't want to eat it? Like, what's up?
And if he doesn't,
open that
then
up.
that's something that you need to evaluate about your relationship, because that shit really, imagine going 20 plus years and not getting that box 8.
That's crazy.
I think it's different if you've never had
If you
it done
don't want
before.
it, or if you've never had it done, maybe.
But when because I used to be like, I was okay with not having it done because I wasn't doing the shit till I got married. And then I met Barry.
Change that
And he
over.
did it. And I was like, oh, well, maybe I have to do something back.
You're going to learn today.
Wait, you had that
You're going to learn
guilt.
today.
You had that guilt, like,
I was like, oh, wait, okay, well. But
Let me
so,
just
like,
go on down here real quick.
maybe it's so if you've never had that done to you before, or maybe he's never done it before, that could be it. Or maybe he's done it and he was told that he wasn't good at
But that's
it.
still a conversation.
Yeah.
And baby, we could teach you some tricks.
Yeah.
Come on. Everything is a teachable moment.
Listen,
Yeah.
just stay right here.
Yeah.
Stay right here.
All you gotta do is give him a chokehold.
Right. Just stay right there. Keep doing that.
Like, I'm wondering, has he never did it? You know what I mean? Or he did it before and he just all of a sudden
He
just
just
stopped.
stopped.
And maybe he just don't.
There
like
must
it.
be an issue. You know what I'm saying? It's something going on here
Right.
that has to be evaluated. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
also, dudes are competitive. Like, you might have to, look, you can do this so. He's like, damn, I got to do something. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? How can I top this? You got to, play that mind game. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So, shit, that's
That's a
tough,
tough one.
man.
I mean, that's a sticky situation. And we grown, y'all. Like, I hear you if you young and you're not experienced in relationships, but there is no reason that you should be out here depriving your partner of any set of sexual satisfaction.
If they want it,
If they want, again,
To an extent.
Yeah.
because I'm not eating no ass. I can't.
You can say that
I
again.
can't.
You know what I'm saying?
There's nothing against the people who do, because I know plenty of people who do.
I'm judging.
But I can't.
What'd you say? You judging?
You said you judging? He not judging.
I'm just not with it.
What if
His
the
best-
whistle is clean, though?
You know what? I'm not a coach, so I'll just tell him to stop. Time out. Stop right there. Play's dead.
Flag on the play.
You know what I'm saying? Flag on the play. I could scream.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
There be some nights my tongue just might go down
God bless
a
you.
little too
You would turn
low.
this
But
so
we're
red.
we're married, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if I'm pretty sure he did it before y'all was married.
No,
No?
no.
Oh, okay.
we did. We kept a lot of stuff.
Y'all, I wish we were recording this so y'all could see Trina's face.
I am so pink.
She is so
I just feel like you just have to find your sexual groove,
Yeah.
and if you like that,
To each his
raunchy
own.
stuff, you
Yes.
know, throw me across the room. You know, that's what you like. And
Across the room.
I feel like you should definitely have that conversation with your partner and ask him. First of all, you should let him know that you want that.
Yeah.
Like, if you want it and if
That's
you
good.
enjoy
Don't
it.
just surprise him.
Yeah. And
No,
if
not
you
doing that.
want it, I
Yeah.
feel like that's a conversation that needs to be had, period.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jasmine just jumped into it. I ain't no ass. That's right, Jay. Tell him.
So
Yeah.
what won't you do? I want to know.
I'm just not eating ass.
That's it?
You know,
I'm not
ass.
doing that.
Would you have a threesome?
Oh, I'm not doing that either.
Oh, me neither.
I'm not
I don't like
inviting
to
that
share.
into my house.
I don't like to share.
Listen, I'm
Energy is contagious. I don't believe in
already
that.
crazy enough when people like inbox or text him, and I'm like, well, who
Man.
the fuck
So
is
no
this
swinging?
bitch? No swinging.
No swinging.
Yeah, I'm not.
I
I'm not
feel
really
like
into that,
I don't share.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I don't share my food, let alone my man.
Listen.
Yeah. I got a big appetite.
I said years ago, if he wanted to go out and experience that, do that, and I'll be here. He didn't go nowhere.
I didn't even
She
give
did
HG
say
that,
that.
So
option.
I told him multiple times.
Hall-
No, I've
hall
pretty
pass
much
like a
been
motherfucker.
crazy.
Yeah,
I pretty much told HD he can't go nowhere.
yeah.
Right?
Well, mine was just more so because, like we were talking about with cheating earlier,
Yeah.
because we haven't dealt with that.
Right.
And so because I was so used to always being cheated on, I feel like I put that on him. So I always was like waiting for the ball to drop. Like, this
Okay.
nigga can't be this squeaky clean. Like, he got to be doing something.
I felt like that about HD too.
Right.
I was like, how is he that good?
Right.
But then I realized, because I don't know how it is. I feel like it's a cultural thing. I feel like a lot of New Yorkers, you know, y'all are definitely slick and y'all do y'all, you know, y'all crazy. But I feel like y'all really know how to rock with relationships.
Yeah.
More than guys in the South, at least from what I've experienced. Because I grew up around a bunch of dudes who love to be players and they love to, like, it was like the hustle. Like, I had to be a cheater or they won't respect me. Exactly. Right. I got a team. That's what they used to say.
Right.
I got a team. I got a roster.
I ain't on nobody's team.
Yeah. So, I mean, I remember when I met HD and we were taking each other seriously, it was just so surprising to me that he was like legit a great catch. Like he was an all around great guy who genuinely cared about how I felt, even though we were growing and learning together and things were not perfect, but his intentions were always pure with me.
Right.
Like he wasn't out here trying to just run game on me.
Right.
Like he genuinely cared and we figured it out together.
Right.
So I can relate to that.
Yeah. So I think what was I saying?
Forgot.
I forgot.
I talk so much, y'all. I just ran her out the room just now.
I was like, wait, where was I going with that? I don't remember what I was saying
No,
for real.
you gave him the option to go and do his
that.
dirt.
Okay, so
Yeah. I got you, boo. I remember
so yeah,
everything.
I gave him that option because I was just like, I didn't want it. Like, I don't want it to happen now. And this was
So go
like,
get your dirt. Go air your laundry.
While I'm saying go do this
Yeah.
shit before we get into the serious stuff where we like, you know, trying to like buy a house together and build a family and like live together and get married and all those kinds of things. So, but he didn't take the hall pass.
Mind you, when stuff like that is brought to you, like,
you had the
this
option.
motherfucker's trying to kill a nigga, trying to set a nigga up.
Hell no.
On some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is going on here?
Right.
But the thing about it, and it wasn't like posed indirectly. Like she probably threw signals in there to see if I was going bite on some shit. But you know, I didn't. It's just really not my thing. You know what I mean? I just always looked at myself as a a one woman man personally. So it just wasn't for me.
So you've never like really been a cheater?
Nah, been cheated on plenty of times and been dumped because too good of a guy and shit like that. So I'm just like, damn, it's fucked up. But it didn't deter me for being the person I am. I always just felt, you know what I mean, I'm just gonna stick to my guns and hopefully, you know what I mean, I'll find somebody that's willing to rock with me and into the shit I'm into, just want to, chill and build a relationship. And luckily for me, I found that person that want to do that. So that just worked out for me.
Where are the
That's what's up.
violins, guys?
That's what's up.
So sweet. It's like
Kill that noise. Back to it. Fuck that.
Yeah, he don't like to get
back to it.
sentimental.
Go down on your woman.
Yeah, eat that puss.
How many minutes we got? 10 minutes?
Yeah, we got a whole nother conversation.
I'm going to throw something in here.
curveball.
Spit fire.
Give us a little love at the end. When did you realize that your partner really loved you?
Aw.
What was that one act of kindness that showed you that cemented their love in your heart?
I don't want to go first. I always go first.
You do always go first.
Sheesh.
Fuck it. I'll go first.
Oh, you got the answer?
I
got
look.
the answer.
All right. It was a one spring break, and my friends they gonna love this. One spring break, and we went to a trip, and had my friends, and Jasmine did something so stupid.
Oh man, Jazz.
We all hanging out, we chilling.
I'm the hide and go seek champion
You
of
know,
the world.
Everybody, it's just we having a little gathering house party. We all chilling. Next thing you know, everybody just coming up to me like, "Yo, Barry, where's Jasmine?" I'm like, "Shit, you know what I'm saying? You should know. We chilling. Like she should be in the house." Yo, Barry, where's Jasmine? Where's Jasmine? And after the fifth friend came up to me, I'm like, "Yo, where the hell is this girl?" Right? Mind you, I might have had a drink or two, you know what I'm saying? And unless, and I don't drink often, so just know
I was about to say, Barry does not
that
drink,
impairs my
guys.
judgment and brings, me to a place I don't like to be, and my friends know that. You know what I mean? So basically, I end up going, I walked outside, I walked around the neighborhood, you know what I mean? I'm like, did this girl leave the house? Like, what the fuck is going on? Because everybody don't know where she's at. So I'm like,
You walked
don't tell
the
me
neighborhood?
she done fucking left.
It was
like,
nighttime, too.
Don't just leave this house. You don't tell me where you going. I'm tripping. You know what I mean? So now I go upstairs. I happen to walk in a room. Here she. I see a friend in there laughing. She's in the fucking closet. And it just, I don't know what happened. My mind just triggered. I'm just like, niggas is laughing and smiling? She's in the fucking closet?
He was mad.
Like, what the fuck is I'm not, this ain't a joke? Like, where the fuck were you? So now I find myself pissed off. I'm like, my boys is like, yo, Barry.
Doing?
You good. I'm like saying she just like the hide and seek, my nigga. They making jokes. I'm like, this don't fucking joke. You know what I'm saying? Had me break down a little bit. Look, people don't believe it now. I cried a little bit.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Because
Wow.
I was really concerned. Because everybody's asking me about her, and I'm concerned. I'm like, yo, I got her out here. Anything happened to her, I'm responsible.
You
You know what I
are.
mean?
You
So it's like,
responsible.
my boy was like, yo, B, I think I know what happened. You finally realize you love this girl. You care about her, don't
Aw.
you? You know what I'm saying? My man Kink says that, and I was like, damn, that shit really hit me. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, I really do. Like, at that point, I'm like, yo, I have to make sure she's all right. It's not just, you know, she's my girlfriend. It's like I genuinely, you know, I really care about this person's well-being, you know, over myself. I'm ready to run wherever in the dark. You know what I'm saying? In the fucking woods where the crazies is at. You know what I'm saying? Just run, take off. Where the fuck is Jeff? You know what I'm saying? Anything that happened to me and I'm gone.
Yeah.
And she's in the closet chilling. Now they looking for me. You know what I'm saying? See how that crazy shit goes? So I'm just like, so at that moment I was like, damn, I really care about this girl. And you know, ever since then I was just like, damn, I think this is what it is.
I'm going to say when we were living in New York. So I was a bold son. I didn't even ask my parents. I told my parents. I was like, all right, so, you know, Trina, my girlfriend, for a number of years, she going to come live with us.
He did. He didn't even ask. He told them.
So my parents
I was
looking at me.
terrified.
And mind you, my mom is like a Bible scholar.
Hallelujah.
Like, she like,
Thank you, Jesus.
no shacking. So
No shacking.
my bold ass, get Trina in the crib. We living in my room.
In a 2x2 bedroom.
I'm talking
Like,
about like
it's a square, like an Instagram post. It was that small. Like, it's so tiny.
So like I'm like I was a little nervous at first because I'm like, yo, I'm with this girl. Mind you, we was in a relationship. We wouldn't see each other, a long distance relationship. We wouldn't see each other for like 4 months at a time. So she came in a room in this environment and we were just with each other every single day.
In a tiny room.
And it's like I never got tired of her.
Dope.
Like every time, matter of fact, when I be at work or out in the street or out in the studio, I'll be like, yo, I can't wait to get home to Trina. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's when I found out, like, I really love this girl. I want to spend the rest of my life with her.
And we never had, like, just to kind of dive into this, we might go over an hour just so y'all know.
Run it.
But when we first moved in together, when I went to New York, because I tried to, like, move to New York, I had the big dreams, you know, and I was, like, all over the place. Moved into his parents' house. We were sleeping in a tiny, tiny bedroom together, like 2 grown people in a bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
All of our stuff was in that one. It was like living in a hotel, actually
Yeah.
smaller than a hotel,
Smaller than
like
that.
a
Oh, wow.
like a large closet. And I remember people telling me like, y'all should take it slow. You know, y'all been long distance. You know, what if he has things that you don't like? Like, what if he does things that you don't like?
Mm-hmm.
Or we never had any of those problems. Like, we never butted heads. It was never like a hard transition for us.
Right.
When we moved in together, it was like we had been living together forever.
Yeah.
Like, we've never had a issue with living together. It came really seamless for us.
Mm-hmm.
So that is kind of one of the ways I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's like we
I
was
feel
made
like
for
we're
each other.
supposed to be doing this.
Yeah.
Dope.
So is that your answer also?
No, I mean, I kind of share it. I always have like hints across my life that kind of like reminds me
Right.
that I'm on the right track and I'm supposed to be with him. So
Right.
like my first time where I knew that I was like on the right path was when he flew down to see me when the house fire happened.
Right.
And then the second time was we went to Paris. So HD took me to Paris for my graduation. Dope. Yeah, it was a really good surprise, and we were there, and it was actually during the what was it? The soccer tournament.
Yeah, it was a soccer tournament.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So the championship. So it was in Paris that year.
Right.
And I don't know if you guys know how people like overseas are. Like they are rowdy when it comes to soccer. So
Crazy.
we were staying at a hotel right across from the Eiffel Tower, and we were walking sightseeing, and we stumbled across like all of these people because the Eiffel Tower is in the middle of a park, and so they were watching the tournament, and they won. And so we were like caught in the middle of everybody celebrating, and it just turned into like a riot while we were out there.
First of all, people come out the park jumping on cars, in traffic, and mind you, in the corner,
starting fires.
In the backdrop, there's like policemen with like
grenades.
Shields,
yeah, they have their
face
like AK-47. You
thought it was the end of the world?
So
it was very scary. Like
oh my goodness.
we were going sightseeing, going to the Eiffel Tower, and it just turned into an uproar, and people were just everywhere. They were like climbing the side of buildings, climbing on cars, like the tourist buses going by. They were jumping on the sides of the bus.
Shit.
It was crazy.
So somebody lost the game.
No, Paris
won.
won.
Oh,
So
they
it
were
was
showing excitement.
Yeah, they were excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were excited.
This is excitement. I don't want to be there when they
had
lose.
their flags, like they were going crazy. Like you would have thought a bomb went off.
Yeah,
it was like that much
chaos.
noise. Yeah, and I was terrified. Like I think I was about to have I have anxiety, so I think I was about to have like a nervous breakdown in the middle of that. And I had no clue. We didn't speak French, so we couldn't figure out. Like we got turned around. We couldn't figure out our way to get back to our hotel. And he like snatched me up and just kind of like
shielded you from the craziness.
me and got me out of harm's way. And so that was like another, reminder that, okay, I'm safe with him. Because that's one of the things that, like, I look for. Just because I come from, like, my dad is, like, my security. So having that in a man is, it makes me happy to know. Yeah. And then the third thing, I'm probably going to cry.
Aww.
So, 3 years ago, HD was down. He came down for Christmas. And if you guys don't know me, my grandma used to live with us. Oh, shit.
You already doing it. I'm looking at you and I'm like,
exhausted.
stop it.
And my grandma, she was a vet patient. And I called her my cat who had 9 lives. And she passed away in her sleep. Mm-hmm. And it was like a couple of days after Christmas. And HD was still in town. And so her home health care came over to clean her up the next day. And they walked in there and she wasn't breathing. She wasn't responding. So the lady immediately screamed at the top of her lungs. My mom panicked and they tried to resuscitate her. And HD just jumped in. He doesn't, he knows my grandma, but she's a bed patient. She's a 300-pound patient. And he just jumped in and grabbed her off the bed and threw her on the floor like they told her to, and immediately started doing mouth to mouth and picking her up, just the extra push that he cared about somebody that he didn't have to care about. My grandma's not his responsibility, but just the fact that he was able to jump in and just go that extra mile for somebody that don't even know him like that. It was just yeah, this is supposed to be my husband.
Aww.
So,
yeah,
sorry guys, I'm crying.
You don't sound like it.
I don't. Okay.
So you talk through the tears. That was good.
You holding it.
Let's be clear. I wasn't doing mouth to mouth.
No, he didn't.
Wipe the tears away, Trina.
He didn't do mouth to mouth, but he did try to resuscitate her, and just the fact that he drugged my grandma off of the bed. And I really don't even remember, but just the fact that he was there.
He was there.
He did all of that work until the ambulance got there.
Yeah.
I remember my grandma's home nurse, her name was Kathy. She was like, Trina, that's your husband.
Yeah.
And then 2 years later, we got married.
Oh,
that's what's up.
Well, I think piggybacking off of your moment, part 2 of that moment.
See, it comes in phases.
Part 2 of that night. from his point of view, he saw us laughing, and then he like storms out and goes in the room with his friends. I'm waking up, and my friends are like, "Why are you sleeping in the closet?" And I'm telling them what's going on, and we're laughing about my crazy ass sleeping in the closet. So he walks in when we're doing that. So I see him come in. His face goes crazy. He just storms out. So I get up and I go downstairs and I'm like, what's going on? Like, I'm trying to talk to him, like, see, like, why? Because I could tell he's mad. So I'm like trying to see what's wrong with him. He not talking to me. Then I left out. I came back in the room. He was crying. He left out. All of his friends was crying. They was all in there hugging and crying together.
They didn't cry.
They was all crying together. They was like, man, we love you, bro.
Consoling me. You know what I'm saying?
They was all in there crying. They was all in there crying together.
Just me.
So we go upstairs back to the room where I was sleeping at, and we're talking, and he was like, I was finna break up with you. And he said that, and I like broke down in tears. Like, when I say I broke down in tears, like I was crying like somebody just killed my cat.
Yeah.
Like, I was crying so bad, like I had a headache afterwards. We was in the room crying for like an hour, going back and forth, talking about like I was just trying to sleep. Like, it was so stupid, but I was crying like.
But you
so
saw
hard.
your like life flash.
Saw my life flash before my eyes. So I'm crying. His sister came in the room. I'm crying to her, snot all over my face. Like, he crying, I'm crying. So that was the first time, and then. Shortly at like, what was it, like a year or so afterwards, when with the my tumor thing.
Yeah.
So like a year later,
it's another one.
A year later, so I have a tumor on my pituitary gland, which is in your brain, but like I thought it was on your thyroid, and it causes you to like lactate and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't know I had it. One day, I was just laying on the bed after I got out of the shower, squeezed my boob, milk came out. And I was like, oh shit, Barry, look at this. So we had a pregnancy scare.
I'm like, this is so
crazy.
much.
And
Oh man.
for like a week, everybody that knows Barry knows like he's strongly against having children. Like
no kids.
Nigga, when she showed me breast milk, the first thing I thought of, I said, "Oh, this motherfucker trying to trap me."
She got you. She got you.
Like, yo, in my mind, I might have snapped. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, I gave it a face
snapped.
like.
he gave me the face like, what the fuck is going on?
Motherfucker. This is your way of telling me it's going down? Show me some breast milk? You know what I'm saying? Are you fucking crazy? Yo, and I was just like, in that moment, you know what I'm saying? I was like,
His mind was blank.
what the fuck? Like, you know?
Like, he was in the middle of working. Back then, he used to do websites. He was working on a website. He shut the computer off. He laid down. He was like, look this up on your phone. Like, Google this. We need to see what's going on. Everything we saw was saying pregnancy.
And I'm just like, hey, this is some shit.
So the next day, I think he called out of work. And then we I think we drove to like 2 different clinics. One clinic couldn't take me because of the time we got there. The other clinic, okay, I think it was closed that day. So we found the clinic, got tested, was waiting for the results. He was at work and he called me and he was like, you know, I thought about it. If you're really pregnant, we're going to have this baby and we're going to take care of it and we're going to get a place.
Who didn't want kids.
Wow.
Like, when I say like he's against having kids so much that he didn't talk about it, but I feel like if I was pregnant and I had been like, oh, I'm just not gonna keep it, he would have been like, yes, thank you, like he would have celebrated. So he called me and he was like, you know, I thought about it, and you know, if you're pregnant, then I'm gonna be there, and we're gonna have this kid, and we're gonna be together, and blah blah blah. So that whole thing happened, but then we found out that. And I guess this is when I kind of knew like that I loved him versus him loving me. But we found out that it's not pregnancy, it's the tumor. So when I went to the first doctor, they were like, it's a tumor, it's on your pituitary gland. And so I thought the pituitary gland was on your thyroid. So I went to my doctor. They did some more tests. They called me, but I don't know if they called me first and I didn't answer, or they just called my mom directly. But whatever the case, they called. It was like a Saturday morning, maybe.
Mind you, I'm not in
Barry
Georgia.
was
I'm
in
back
New
home.
York.
Celebrating, my,
His friend was
my
having
cousin,
a baby.
his baby shower. So I'm up there with family, friends, hanging out with my family. Everything is good. I'm just enjoying the week. As far as I know, Jasmine's good. I spoke to her the other day. Everything was all good.
So it's 10 o'clock in the morning. My mom comes. She wakes me up. She's like, your doctor said you have a tumor on your brain. I'm like, what? Like, I get up and I go to the bathroom, and the first person I think about is Barry. Like, so I'm sitting on the toilet trying to pee, can't pee. I'm calling him, and he answers the phone, and as soon as he answered, like, I just broke down, and I was like, they said I have a tumor on my brain, and like, I'm just going like hysterical.
Yeah.
And like, just hearing his voice, like, it calmed me down, and like, he was able to like talk me down from like going crazy. And then like, he researched like what I was telling him, and then like, he told me like, well, this is where it is. It's not like death threatening or whatever. He was in New York, so he couldn't come back immediately, but like, as soon as he got back, he came to my house. And then he went to the doctor's appointments with me and all that kind of stuff. And even further, like, what I had, like, it gives me like extreme mood swings. So the fact that he deals with my like I could feel like me being happy and then being sad, like it got that bad. And like, the medicine that I was on, like, it was messing with me. Like, I didn't want to have sex and like all that kind of stuff. And like, he like stuck that out. So that's when when he was there for me through like my whole medical scare and pregnancy scare and all that kind of stuff. Like, I think that's when I was like, yeah, I love him.
That's what's up.
So
That's what's up.
That's a tough time.
It's the journey.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's the journey.
part
It
of the
all
expression.
boils down to the journey.
Yeah.
That's how you make a
And not
relationship
giving up
work.
on each other.
Not
Yeah.
giving up on each other.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Love unfiltered.
So that's episode 3, y'all.
That was intense.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted.
We got hit it with some sad shit.
Yeah.
I tried to end it on like a happy note, so that's why because we was talking about cheating and shit the whole time. So I was like,
I like it.
well, let's talk about why
This
we
might
love
be
each
one
other.
of my favorites. This
Yeah.
is a good
Yeah,
one.
this
So
is
let
a
us
good one.
know what you think. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Yes.
Comment, share your questions and topics that you want us to cover.
Yep.
And
Rate us on
Rate us.
iTunes.
Yeah,
Yep.
we in everywhere.
subscribe.
Yep, we on
Subscribe.
SoundCloud.
Not
On
your
iTunes.
relationship goals.
Follow us on
Spotify.
Instagram.
Everywhere.
Everything.
But
Oh, and we have a website. So if you don't remember all that stuff, just go to notyourrelationshipgoals.com.
.com.
And
follow us
all
on
of
Instagram.
our social and everywhere that you can listen to us is down there in the icons. Just click the icon and it'll take you right to us.
you right
everybody
there.
just keep listening. We appreciate y'all. Keep bringing in the questions. Excuse me. Anything you want to continue to talk about, just keep bringing it in. It helps us, bring our insight and just talk about this stuff. I think it's healthy. Everybody should just bring it out, lay all the cards on the table and just, talk about it.
And where the men at? We feel like these questions is coming from
That's
a
a
lot
fact.
of women.
That's a
I
fact.
need some
Yeah.
men. Where the
Fellas.
bros at? Mega Sci 5 in the building.
Do it.
I got some friends to put some
Hiya.
real questions.
So
Where my ladies at?
then just comment, ask us some questions some thought provoking questions that you want us men to, answer. And we can talk about it. Have fun with it.
And on that note, we'll see y'all next week.
All right.
Bye, guys.
We out.
Deuces.
Bye, guys.